everybody. Welcome to another episode of Practical Paganism. Today what I'm going to do is make myself a home blessing ball. Now this is something you can do as a gift for someone else, or you can do it for your own home as well. I am doing it for my house because I have my home crystals up. And I have two really lovely ones, and I just thought, you know, a blessing ball would be really pretty there. And I am going to be using things that I have at my house. Most of them come from the kitchen, and you can use whatever things you feel drawn to or that you want to promote in your household. Now, I'm starting off with a nice plastic. It's a plastic ball. I got it from Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 2. You can also buy larger ones if you want to make a larger blessing ball. I just want to make a small one today. And what I am going to do is I want to promote health and happiness and peace and balance and ties to my ancestors. So, first thing you want to do is take off, I bent that one earlier, is take off the lid. It just pulls out. You'll see it's got a couple of little springs there that you can squeeze together and you can put it back in. Now, you'll need to decide beforehand, like I said, what things you want to promote. Because I want to promote health, I'm going to be using some of my flax, chia, and hemp seeds. And I'm also going to be using some of my dehydrated orange peels because that's vitamin C. So it represents vitamin C and that's health. And because I want life to be a little sweeter, I have a little bit of sugar. Now, if you live in a really humid area, I would recommend you opt out of the sugar. Just because it can draw bugs and things like that, especially if it gets wet. Where I'm going to be hanging my ball is going to be close to my fireplace, so it's really dry there, so I'm not too worried about it, and I'm only going to be putting a pinch in anyway. Now, because I believe that life should be spicy and have excitement, I'm going to be using spices as well, like cinnamon stick. And clove is I'm using whole cloves. They are oftentimes used in fertility spells as well as spells involving money or wanting to draw money. And rosemary is a good savory herb, gives good full flavor to things, and I want to bring in a good full flavor to my life. I'm going to be starting a new year just like everybody else, and in starting that new year I'm starting a new job and I have a new outlook on life. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this blessing ball right now. Now, because I want happiness to be brought into my home, I love the color yellow. So I've just got some yellow tissue paper here, and I'm just going to be ripping up little bits of it to put inside the ball. If you want, you can use ribbons or beads. As long as they fit through the opening of your ball, you can use whatever you want. And because, as everyone knows from my Crafty Couch videos, I'm a glitter girl, so I got to have my glitter. And I love silver. Silver is also a good color for drawing in, wealth. It also is tied to ancestry because silver is an ancient color. Gold tends to represent newer things. Silver tends to represent older things. And because I want that tie to my ancestry, I have some pearl buttons here. See if I can bring them closer. These belonged to my great-grandmother, and I've just kept them because I like them. I thought they were pretty, and they tie me to my great-grandmother. And, my Grandma Novita was somebody who used everything and never threw anything away, and I think I get that from her. So I want to put those in my blessing ball as well. And also because I want fun in my life, not necessarily, you know, overexcitement, but just fun, good times. I have these lovely glitter stars. I don't know if you can see them. They're red, white, and blue, and they're just really fun. And so I'll be putting some of those in. Other things that you can add into your blessing ball to help strengthen the, I guess, the magic or the intention within that blessing ball are stones. And as long as they are stones that are small enough to fit through your opening, they will work. What I'm going to be adding to mine are some black obsidian, which dispels negativity. It also dispels bad luck. I'm also adding some clear quartz. And these are just chips that I bought. I bought them in these little bottles, and they're wonderful. They have a little cork top. Hopefully I can get them open. I haven't tried to open them. But anyway, I'm putting quartz crystal in there because that is it's a good magical stone to use. I'm going to be using some sodalite, this lovely blue stone, because I'm a Libra and sodalite is one of the Libra stones. And I want to bring in love into my home. So I'm using some rose quartz as well. And then for peace and tranquility, I'm using some amethyst stones. And then this one may seem a little odd to you, but I think it's kind of cool. I'm using fluorite. And fluorite, yes, it's what is put into, what is made into fluoride, which is put into toothpaste. And why is it put into toothpaste? Because it makes your teeth strong. So I decided that I wanted to put fluorite in my blessing ball for my home so that I would always have strength. And, you know, strength comes in many forms. It could be strength physically. It could be emotionally. Yeah. And it looks like I'm going to have a little bit of trouble getting some of these corks out because they have been pushed down pretty far. Trying to see if I have a pin or something. Let's see if I can pull these out. If I wiggle them a little bit, I might be able to get them out. Tell you what, I'm going to pause right here so I can go grab a pin so that I can pull these corks out. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Had to go get a pin so that I could get these corks out of these bottles. Now, once you've determined your intention of your blessing bottle and the recipient of your blessing bottle, because that's important too. You know, you wouldn't want to put anything in there that, say, if you're giving it to your best friend and your best friend doesn't like the color yellow, then you wouldn't want anything yellow in there. Because these balls are see-through, you can, you know, you would kind of negate the purpose of the blessing ball if you put something in there that someone didn't like. Now, this series is called Practical Paganism, which is everyday magic. Things you can do every day around your home to bring in magical elements to your life. And they don't necessarily have to be out there pagan-y, or you don't have to necessarily admit to dabbling in magic or the occult or anything like that. With something like this blessing ball, if you hang it up, it just looks like a nice little potpourri ball. And that's all you have to say it is. You don't have to say it's anything more than that. So, you know, it's something that can be kept inside, and you know what it is, and you know what its purpose is. And the more that you look at it, the more you strengthen that purpose, and the more that you recognize that these are things that you want in your home. And you don't have to tell anybody else. If somebody says, oh, hey, that's really pretty, or that's really neat, all you got to do is say thanks. So, all you have to do when you're making your blessing ball is just take the stuff and put it in there. Let's see if I can get this open. Oh my, it is really, really tight on there. Now, I know some people who practice the art of paganism and witchcraft, or the craft, or the old ways, or Wicca, whatever you want to call it. And they believe in saying magic words every time you do something. Well, to me, you should do what feels right, because your gut is not going to lie to you. If you don't feel comfortable saying a whole bunch of magic words while you're putting together something, then don't say them, because they won't hold any power if you don't believe in them. Let's see here. I think that this is going to be too big, so I'm going to have to break my cinnamon stick. But that's all right, because I'll just put both pieces in there. Ta-da! See? Put both pieces in. As long as you know what your intentions are, and you know what each item means that you're putting into your blessing bowl, and you have those feelings and thoughts in your heart, you don't have to say them out loud. I don't think you have to anyway. Because in the old days, everything was hidden in plain sight. Witches didn't go around saying, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, ooh, I'm a witch, I'm a witch. No. They used their cook pot as a cauldron. They used a soup spoon as a wand. And their witch's broom swept their kitchen floor. So, I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm a little way old-fashioned, but I like that way of thinking. I don't want to have to boast who I am or what I am. I like to be able to do things where I can just have it in plain sight and not have to say, oh, this is for this, and, you know, oh, this is strong magic, and I mean, there's a time and a place. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place for things like that. But I know a lot of people, I used to be one actually, who can't say out loud what it is that they believe or what it is that they're wanting to do. You know, I know a lot of people who don't feel comfortable. They feel it's a private thing. They don't want to necessarily talk about it. And that's okay. I think that's wonderful. If you're comfortable with everything that you're doing and everything that you believe, it shouldn't matter who knows. Now with my cloves, I'm interjecting here. With my cloves, I like to put in 13 cloves anytime I use cloves. I use them in soup. I use them in squash. I use them in glühwein. I use them in glögg. Anytime I use whole cloves, I pull out 13. So, and I have to count them out loud because otherwise the brain just goes crazy and I forget. So I'm going to count out 13 cloves. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're hard to pick up. 10, 11, 12, and 13. I have my 13 cloves. And maybe you have things that you like to do. Maybe you have traditions like I do with my 13 cloves. Maybe you know, like to put in only even numbers. My daughter is someone who only uses even numbers. She does not like odd numbers. And anytime she receives something that has an odd number, and she's been this way since she was a little girl, she will go out of her way to either acquire another one of that thing to make it an even number, or she will give one away to make it an even number. She still does this today. She's 23 years old, and she still counts her French fries to make sure she has an even number of French fries. I know, she has OCD. She probably gets that from me. I'm a little bit OCD myself. But, yeah, you do you. You don't have to follow me. Here's what my blessing ball looks like so far. You can see it's got all kinds of herbs and things like that. And this time of year, with those kinds of herbs, people just think it's a Christmas ornament. So, oh darn, I forgot that this has a shaker on it. Let me see if I can take the shaker off. Oh, I can, good. And you know what? You know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to start to pour this and it's going to go everywhere because that's my life. So if I pour it all, if you see me dump this out, go ahead and chuckle. I give you permission. I'm holding it over my yellow paper so that maybe, oh, there we go. There we go. I didn't spill it as bad as I thought. That's good. Now, you don't have to make this a blessing ball. You could make this into a love ball. You could make this into a healing ball. I've actually made healing balls before for friends. And what I usually do when I do that is I will put herbs in there that are known to be healing herbs or spices like dried garlic. Dried garlic is a good one because it has antibacterial properties. The dried orange peel because of the vitamin C. And you will find what things work for you. You know, if you have a friend who's depressed, I've done this for myself actually. Whenever I've been really, really depressed, I'll make myself, well, I think it may be up here. Oh, here it is. This is my happy jar. And yellow is my favorite color. Yellow always makes me smile. It always makes me happy. And I love to crochet. So this jar with its yellow lid, and this jar actually, it belonged to my great-grandmother, and it had mustard in it. And she, like I said, she never threw anything away. So when I inherited her property, I inherited massive amounts of jars with lids. So it's been fantastic. I love it because I use them all. But anyway, this one had a yellow lid on it, and I filled it with different shades of yellow yarn. And it's my happy jar. If I feel sad or upset, I pull out my happy jar and I look at it. And you can do the same with these balls. You could make a happy ball for someone who's feeling sad. And depending on the size of the opening, you could put little toys in it. You could put beads. You could definitely put, herbs and stones. You could put marbles in it. One of the larger balls, you could put marbles in that. That's got a really large opening when you pull the top off. So think about all the ways you could use one of these balls for your practical magic, your practical paganism. Because there are so many things you could do. If there is a ritual or a spell for it, then you could probably put it in a ball. And I absolutely love this idea. Like I said, most people will look at it and think, oh, that's just a pretty ornament. And I'm okay with them thinking that it's just a pretty ornament. I have no problems with them thinking that it's just a pretty ornament. Because, this is a personal thing. It's not for everybody. This is for me and my house. And I want it to remind me of the intentions, you know, of the things that I want for my house, that I want for my life. And you can see, you know, I've got lots of little things in there. Now, you could fill up the ball. You could pack it tight with everything. That's completely up to you. Whatever you would like to do, you know, you make it yours. Because that's who it's for. Or you make it for the person that you're making it for. You know, if they like things that have a lot of different things in to look at, then by all means, fill it. Fill it all the way up. Me, I knew exactly what I wanted to put in here. And see, I can shake it all up. And now I've got all different kinds of things in there. I've got my cinnamon and my cloves and my orange and my glitter and my stars and my hemp and my chia. Yeah, my flax seeds. I've got everything in there. My yellow. So now, I've put my intentions in here. And I've made this beautiful little ball. What do I do with it? Well, I told you what I was going to do with it. I'm going to hang it with my home crystals. So, this is where I try really hard to see if I can aim it in the right direction so that you all will be able to see me and where I'm putting this. Let's see if I can get it to go back a little, because I'm going to go hang this up now so you can see where it's at. Oh, darn it. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. Here. Let me show you a little close up. There. This is one of my crystals. There's my blessing ball. And there's my other hearth crystal. And as you can see, I think they look pretty together. I like them like that. I think they look nice. And now I have my blessing ball. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Practical Paganism. By all means, give me suggestions. If there's something in particular that you're wanting a solution to, that, you know, of how to use your magic in a practical way within your home and, you know, make it so that it's yours. Make it so that maybe not everyone will immediately ask a bunch of questions. Oh my gosh, what's that? Leave me a comment below. I can't speak. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. I've finally gotten over 100 subscribers, and that makes me so excited. I'm so happy. And by all means, check out my other playlists. I have Tarot Tuesdays. I have some homesteading videos. I also have other videos within the Practical Paganism series. And I have some unedited ramblings and chats, as well as homestead tours. I've got a little bit of everything. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them below. I do have an email address now, so if you want to contact me directly, my email address is smallwoodhomestead, all one word, @gmail.com. And I am working full-time, so I promise I will do my best to get to you in a timely manner, but please be understanding if I don't get to you right away. And also, it's the holidays, so I'm probably going to be pretty busy for a little while, as I'm sure you all are too. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste. Have a great day.